what I want to do now is just talk about this area, because these three categories, earned income tax credit, the additional child tax credit, and the American Opportunity Tax Credit are all refundable credits where taxpayers receive monies back from the federal government, or basically our money, they're getting it back, and we want to make sure that they do in fact deserve it, and have you gone through the proper, what we call due diligence. So how do we ensure that that's done? That's done through the 8867, so kind of like enter the 8867 checklist, which we have to go through. And just a couple provisions in here that I'm going to take a look at, just so that you know these things. Excuse me just for a second. There it is that this paid preparer's due diligence checklist is not only completed by us, but it's also submitted with their tax return. It's submitted electronically when you file, or if you file by paper, it has to be attached when that tax return goes in. And this checklist, I haven't seen the 2017 one yet, which means that I'm still in the 2017 year, so I'm still looking at it, but it's effectively the same. It morphed the other year. It used to have a single column for just this earned income credit, and now it includes the child tax credit and the additional child tax and the American Opportunity Credit. So there are a number of series of questions that we have, and I want to just go through a couple of these, because in this area we're focusing in on the topics of called due diligence. And folks, I got to tell you, when I file a tax return, I believe that the tax return that I'm filing is right. And if you ask me, did you exercise due diligence on that tax return? I'm going to say yes. I say, yeah, I did. If I get a letter from the Internal Revenue Service saying that we have examined this tax return, we do not believe that you had exercised due diligence, please demonstrate to us how you did exercise due diligence. All of a sudden, I'm going to be in the questioning myself saying, did I really exercise due diligence? It's really like, do you watch your speedometer when you're driving, or do you know you're not speeding, but then you see the blue lights behind you and then you're like, oh, was I speeding? Because you don't really know. And do I not know because this was something I did 2 or 3 years ago, not something I did yesterday? So this due diligence issue is something that is like this haunting dream behind us all the time. And when I've talked to different preparers that have emailed me on different things over time, you know, we try to talk people off the ledge, because some of these issues are very serious and they can result in any types of censure, reprimand, etc., for not exercising due diligence, which is part of Circular 230. And so questions that you have to respond to, and I'm going to pretty much stay in the earned income area just for now. Did you complete the return based upon information for the 2016 tax year provided by the taxpayer or reasonably obtained by you? This basically is knowledge. Did you or did you not? And the answer is yes. Did you complete the applicable worksheets found in the Form 1040, etc., for this, or your own worksheets that provides the same information related to each credit form? Now, the penalties for not abiding by these are the original penalty is $500. It's gone up to $510 with indexing, and it's per credit. Okay, so you could, if someone claimed all 3 credits and you didn't have that due diligence checklist completed properly, because maybe you didn't exercise due diligence, those could be 3 penalties that you have, and you've got 4 kids. I mean, this could be a very, very expensive day for you. Did you satisfy the knowledge requirement? Answer yes, only if you can answer yes to both 3A and B. So 3A, interview the taxpayer, ask adequate questions, and document the taxpayer's responses that the taxpayer is eligible to receive the credit. So did you ask those questions? You don't even know what those questions are. You know, it's like you need to find out what those questions are. That is, does the child qualify? Did they live in your house? Those types of questions need to be documented some way, and those get documented on your worksheet.